Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya. Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale. Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tanamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Grana Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. Yesterday we were discussing about an important aspect of how one's consciousness has to be checked and verified. And tapasya, austerity, been discussing about that since few days of how austerity is so important in one's life. We took the example of Bharata Maharaj. So, dear devotees, when we actually further think on this very important subject matter, it's been since the Damodar Mass, where all the devotees, they strive to please through their sadhana, through their services, strive to please the spiritual master. One second. So, so the action and activities are very, very important. Because if we closely observe, Mother Yashoda, she was given an opportunity. She was given an opportunity to bound the Lord. It's very instrumental actually. When we think further about it, the Lord is so merciful. He is giving his mother an opportunity to bind him. We don't see anything like that in the past or in the future. How is that Lord is so pleased with her? What did she did? So that Lord gave her that position. What did she went through her life? What kind of devotion she manifested? These are all very important. We might go to the temple and offer the diya, or at the home we offer the diya. In this month, Srila Prabhupada recommends us to offer the diya in the evening hours all through this month. Why? Your devotees, there are so many people in this world aspiring for so many things. The person wants to become an engineer or a doctor or a big person, wants to make a livelihood in this world. I was just thinking about this in the morning. How how difficult just to earn 10,000 rupees per month is difficult for so many people in the city. They might pull the rickshaw, they might drive auto, or they might sell some clothes on the streets just to make a livelihood, just to make a profit of 10,000 rupees per month. It's difficult. I was just thinking, to earn 10,000 rupees, what was I going through? Or a person who has some pious credits, to earn 10,000, how much time it will take for him? For a person who is very intelligent, who is an engineer or a doctor, how much time it will take to earn 10,000 rupees? 1 hour? 2 hours? He doesn't work the entire month to earn 10,000 rupees. Now, how is it one person it is easy, for the other person it is very difficult? How is it one person is earning pretty easily? You don't have to, you're not lifting big things to earn, to make a livelihood in your life. We don't do that. Everything has been given to us. How is that? How come the other people they are struggling so much? Then I was thinking about this. Every person in this world, they go through so many things. Some struggle, for some it is easy. For one person, making a livelihood is a struggle. But for the other person, it's like a cakewalk. And then somehow, for the person which is a cakewalk, somehow by the mercy or by the prayers of a Vaishnav, he would receive the process of Krishna consciousness. So after receiving the process of Krishna consciousness, the taking of that process is not to the heart. Why? Because there are no struggles in one's life. That means he doesn't go through difficulties. Life is okay. We don't have to work so hard. We don't have to invest so much. Things are okay. But for a person who has really gone through difficulties in his life, for him, if a process like this has been given, the way he takes is different. The way he understands, the way he accepts the process, the way he submits himself, that's what happened, right? When Srila Prabhupada came to the West, all these people, then they had no hope in their life. Their life has so many difficulties. They tried everything, nothing gave them satisfaction, nothing gave them happiness to their heart. So the moment the process has been given, the moment they received the love from Srila Prabhupada, the moment they received the relationship from him, they immediately jumped onto it. They gave everything. And that is the beginning of devotion. Their life and soul is everything. That is what their life and soul is. So, so when we further think about this, when Mother Yashoda is bounding Krishna, Krishna is actually fearful. Sometimes I always think about this. Arey, what kind of qualification we have to hear these kind of things, or to even think about these things? Personally, I do not have any qualification. Why? Because these are esoteric pastimes. They're like they're like out of this world. It has no connection. It has no connection or any correlation to this world. It is completely beyond this realm. It looks like a small child is been bounded by his mother, but it's not that. The Supreme Lord is forgetting everything and then ready to do anything to his devotees for the pleasure of his devotees. Actually, that same Supreme Lord is actually fearful from his devotees. The Lord is actually fearful from his mother. The Lord is so much absorbed in that relationship, he doesn't remember anything else. He's so much connected to that. Now, that same Lord, when he comes in the holy names, do we ever perceive like that and then chant Hare Krishna? The chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the most sublime thing which is given by our acharyas, by our spiritual master. Do we ever chant for them? Do we ever be completely absorbed in this? That this is the only thing which I have in this creation? This is the only hope, this is the only go-to shelter? Those feelings do not manifest in one's life because we have so much going on in our life. Actually, it is so sad that we should beg the devotees to join the class. Why? Because they don't feel that relationship. They don't feel that intimacy with the Lord, with the acharyas. Why? Because they have so many other relationships in this world. I always think about this. How come the relationship is not intimate? It's not intimacy. Just like a lover and the beloved, they do not have anything else in this world other than that. Every day in the morning, they get up in the morning, they say, how are you? What's happening? Did you sleep well last night? What did you do? This is a conversation. Are you going to the office today? What breakfast you ate? What are you eating? What do you eat for lunch? This is on a mere bodily platform, but still the relationship is intimate. It's not on a pure love. It is simply on a bodily conception. But still that bodily conception, there's an intimacy. When this bodily conception giving that intimacy, then what to speak of this relationship, the loving relationship between the Lord and his devotees? How much intimacy it should be, which is not tinged with anything, any materialism of this world, is completely aloof from this. What kind of intimacy they have? What kind of relationship they're going through in their heart and in their consciousness? And what is it? And that is their life and soul in their life. They do not have anything else. When a sadhaka comes to this plane, then he'll make progress in Krishna consciousness. Then he'll understand who Lord is. Then he'll understand what is the relationship he has with the Lord. Then he'll understand what kind of relationship he has with his intimate devotees. Then he'll know who the spiritual master is. Then he'll know what kind of relationship we have with him. Everything will be revealed. How? This is what we are discussing is the attitude actually. And this comes through gratitude. The attitude of the follower comes through the gratitude. How? Because he is always indebted, because he has received so much. Just like a child, he received so much from his mother. He cannot ignore her. He cannot go away from her. Because that deep the relationship is. Now, if the child is always feeling that feeling from his parents, then do you ever see the child committing mistakes? No. The child would never commit mistakes. Mistakes is too far in his life. Because he does everything for the pleasure of them. Now, this kind of relationship Lord has with his mother. And then when she's binding him, he was fearful, stating that what I should do. My dear mother, I've committed a mistake. Why you're putting me here? Please do not keep me here. Mother Yashoda is very powerful, like a thunderbolt. She says, no, this is for you, this is for your benefit, this is for your well being. And then she bows him. Dear devotees, actually, when we think about this, the same Supreme Lord who is actually source of this entire manifestation, source of this entire creation, everything is running. He doesn't come to run the show. His energy will manage everything. He will just say, you do this, that's it. He will just do a glance. Everything is running. He doesn't have to personally come and then lift heavy things. No. Just through his mere presence of his energy, everything has been taken care. Through his internal energy, this entire material world is working. Yesterday, a couple of days back, we were discussing about this, right? Tattva Brahma, illusion. Illusion through the truth. To the philosophical understanding, there is an illusion through that also. So that illusion covers up the entire creation. Now that illusion, which she is proving again and again, that we are the proprietors and the controllers of this world. Where is this? And then where is that intimacy where the Lord is bounded by his devotee? Now, the moment we think about this, we shouldn't understand. We shouldn't take this in this way that tomorrow also I'm going to bind the Lord like this. That is too far, dear devotees. We cannot even imagine what's happening. What's happening in the spiritual world? What's happening at this particular moment? So many intimate relationships, so many wonderful pastimes which are manifesting right at this moment in the spiritual world. Where the Lord is eternally trying to reciprocate with his devotees in unlimited ways. He is actually waiting in which way I need to reciprocate. And then the devotees are reciprocating to him in another intimate way. Which I cannot perceive. Why? Because lust, greed, and anger, envy, false ego, pride, they are fully absorbed in our consciousness. So we cannot touch or correlate or go and then match to that consciousness. Because that itself, that itself is a placeholder. That's how the conditioned souls in this world, they are bounded here life after life. And then the service which our acharyas are doing cannot be fathomed. Cannot even think about that. That's why our acharyas, they continuously glorify the spiritual master. Why? Because they know what they have been received is out of this world. There's no match to it. The employee, let's say if the employee puts 4%, the employer will also put 4%. 4%, 4%, 8%. There is a match that goes into an account which can be taken after retirement. This is not like this, Dhandan. This is not like that, dear devotees. You do something, the employer is doing something. Oh, okay, this is good. Oh, whatever spiritual master, what we received from them is cannot be matched anywhere. No matter what we do to them, we cannot repay to that. So the consciousness and then the life which we receive through these wonderful pastimes, these are the doors to the spiritual world. Prabhupada says, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, they are the doors to the spiritual world. Their purpose, their consciousness, their heart, their life and soul is the door to the spiritual world. Now that spiritual world door has been manifesting. Today is the day of the appearance day of Radha Kund. Today is the day of Bhalashtami. Very intimate, very this happens during this Kartik month. Very beautiful things do manifest here. What are all these? What are all these dear devotees? Srimati Radharani is it's her kund. It's her. There's no difference between her and her kund. It's very intimate. But these principles, this synopsis or these concepts which we try to understand is far beyond our imagination, far beyond our thought process. Just imagine it, what is Mother Yashoda, whatever she's doing, but is simply accepting. She was actually wondering, oh, what's gonna happen to my son? He's lifting Govardhan Hill, it's very heavy. Probably his hands are aching. Probably his finger, is little painful. And she's thinking, let me feed him so that he'll get some strength. Oh, my son, is in a difficult state. Actually, one second. Sorry about that. Actually, these things, all of these things are very, 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 very intricate pastimes. That's why all the acharyas, when they hear about these pastimes, what they clearly reiterate is Kripa Drishti Vrishyati Dinam Bhatana Grihani Samam Agnam Edakshi Drishya. Please give me mercy. I'm lowly fallen. I do not understand any of these things. Please shed some mercy. See their attitude. This is the only way to understand the science of Krishna consciousness. This is not any material education where you study something or you gain something. After studying, you'll gain something. It's not like that. This thing has to be given to us. And the acharyas give to us when we have plain heart, free from duplicity. It means speaking something, saying something else, hearing something, doing something else. The mind is very tricky, dear devotees. It will allow us to be duplicitous. Because why? Because through that nature only, the mind received some kind of happiness. So the mind is used to that. It is not the problem of the condition. So yes, that is a problem only. So we are here means it's a problem only, Prabhu. Prabhuji and Mataji, we are here in this material world means it's a problem. We should never think that, oh, I'm okay. We are not okay. Who said we are okay? We are suffering so much actually in this world. This is a place of dukhalayam. No one can be happy here. If a person says that he's happy, he's a number one fool actually in this world. Because he doesn't know what happiness is. He's thinking, he's perceiving, he's getting happiness. But a fool doesn't understand how this world is created, who is running this show, what's happening here, how these anarthas are pulling him away, and then how these anarthas they also give some happiness, little happiness. And then he's thinking that that is it, that itself is the greatest happiness. Just you earn some money, you'll be happy. That's an illusory state. And then we remain in the illusory state, and then we give that illusory state to our dependents. Because we also tell them to repeat the same thing. Do this, you'll be happy. Do this, make a livelihood, you'll be happy. Make some earning, you'll be happy. Make this, you'll be happy. This is all foolishness. Because why this is all foolishness? Because the happiness is not bounded to that. The happiness is unlimited. It is free from illusion. The four primary problems, which is making mistakes, cheating propensities to be illusion, and imperfections. With these four things, four inebrities in one's life, how can a person be happy with having these four inebrities in one's life? No, we cannot be happy. So it's a clear indication that there is no way to get something out of these things. So the sadhaka has to come out of this to get that happiness. That means for this he has to have a simple heart. For this simple heart, he should practice austerity. Tapo divyam putrakayana sattva. Austerity. Getting up early in the morning, chanting our rounds, hearing, following the instructions, striving to lead our life through that only. There are so many ways and means in this world which can give quick things, quick solutions, quick this, quick that. Devotion is not like that. Devotion is not a quick thing. But that devotion, that kripa drishti vishyati dhinam batam. That kripa, that mercy is given. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, can you hear me? I am receiving some statements here.
I
Yes,
can
Prabhuji,
repeat
you
it.
can hear.
So those things is a very clear indication for us that this is the only shelter. Just think about this, dear devotees. Bhakti is something profound actually. The Lord is ready to give everything to us. I remember my spiritual master telling very clearly, he says, Arey, why are you running behind so many things of this world? You know what kind of relationship you have with the Lord? Very intimate relationship. The Lord is the source of everything. Imam Vivasvateyo Ham Proktamo Ham Avyam. He is the master of everything. Arey, he's your father, he's your well-wisher, he's your everything. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadana. Why are you worried so much in this world? Then he said, just simply be absorbed in that. When you feel that relationship with Allah, when you feel that relationship with His intimate devotees, then God is ready to reciprocate. God is ready to give you everything. We can actually perceive through reciprocation from the Lord. If you are simple, if you are simple hearted, if you are genuine, we can see those things. Things do manifest in one's life. Today morning when we are going to the temple, Mangalarti is at 4:30. It's a very beautiful, auspicious time in the morning. Then I was driving my parents to the temple. It was today it was a little different. Why? Because it was next to the temple, few meters. There's a person who left the body, and then so many relatives. There's so many people came in the morning. That I was just thinking about that. Every day we go to the temple, but every day the environment in that particular home is not like that. Not every day they would come to their home like that. Now, why is that they came to their home today? Because some of their relative, intimate friend has left. And just on a mere bodily conception of this life, people, when they leave the body, so many people would come to kind of appreciate that person who has done some good work. Oh, who has helped me in this way. Oh, here or she has helped me in this way. They convey the gratitude to them, and then they say, this is a nice person. He's done that. He's done this. This for some time they were associated with that particular person for some time in their life, and then they were feeling some intimacy, and then they came. That's why I saw so many people came for that program. They were there at 4 in the morning. They were about to do the final rites for that person. At 4:30, there were so many people. Are some small reciprocation for some time, so many people are coming. I don't know what to speak of the relationship, the sambandha which we have with the Supreme Lord. Can we perceive this? His devotees, we have eternal relationships with them. We are all connected to them, to his devotees eternally. Not like 1 day, 2 day. It's like our friend. Oh, okay, how are you? He's not like our school friend, 10th class. Like, do we talk to our 10th classmates now? Not much. 10th class is gone. 30 years back, 25 years back, 20 years back, it's gone. We do not have that relationship anymore. It's not like that. This relationship, dear devotees, I was just thinking about this, the spiritual master relationship in our life is an eternal relationship. Prabhupada's relationship in our life is an eternal relationship. We have an eternal relationship with them. This is not like, 1 day or they gave this or they gave some class, they gave some training and it's done. No, it's not like that. This relationship will continue in the spiritual world also. It's a very intimate thing. After millions of lifetimes, we received this. Millions of lifetimes we have done this, eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. That is why we cannot give that up. Because the same mind, the subtle body, has gone through all those experiences. That's why the mind doesn't want to leave that. That's why the mind doesn't want to leave that sense of gratification. No, for that to leave, one should receive far more higher relationship than that. Far more intimate dealings with that than that. Now, for that to establish, the platform is Krishna consciousness. There is no other platform, dear devotees. To come out of these inebrities of this world, to come out of these circumstances of this world, dear devotees, there's no. When a son leaves the mother and then he dies, that's it. The son doesn't have any connection with his mother. It's the sambandha is removed. Just for this life only. This life only is your son. This life only is your husband. This life only is your daughter. The moment this connection is dismantled, that's it. There is no connection after that. But the connection with the spiritual master, the connection with the acharyas, the connection with the Lord is not that kind of relationship. It is very intimate. It is eternal. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, I am your eternal well-wisher. That means these principles which we are practicing, this is not for this life. Again, I repeat, this is not for this particular life. This is a life after life business. This is a serious business. Now, whoever takes this truth in that level, they will easily come out of these things. Now, whoever doesn't take it, never understand. Never understand that how come Krishna has been bounded to Mother Yashoda. Never understand. Because dear devotee, every year we meditate on this pastime actually. In the month of Kartik, every year we have an opportunity to connect, to re-establish that. What is such a beautiful picture. Mother Yashoda is binding Krishna. What is that? Very intimate. But that is perceived when we are free from these things. When we are free from this money-minded mentality, when we are free from these dualities, when we are free from this so many nonsense of this world, then we can perceive that. So important, so important. And we should aspire for this consciousness. You are not connected to any of these things which we have right now. We might have some problems, but they are not connected to us. They are never connected to us. Very, very important. We need to think more about this because we began the discussion between the person who goes through so many things to earn 10,000 rupees per month. But for others, it's a cakewalk. But the person from whom it is cakewalk, for that person, that is through his pious credits only. This punya. That's what has been given. So in this life, we might go through that. So mere punya, that's it. That doesn't mean that it will be like that ever. The material world is always topsy-turvy. It's always like a sine wave. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we do not get it. So we should all keep that aside and then simply take shelter. Whoever simply is taking shelter without any inebrities of this world, then he comes to the perfectionist stage. He comes to the perfectionist. He becomes perfectionist by the mercy of the acharyas. Because they make us perfectionist. We are not perfectionist. What are we? We are not perfectionist. But they give us that. Bhakti means to receive. Bhakti is only received. Mother Yashoda has been kept in that state through her devotion. And Krishna wants to reciprocate for her devotion. So likewise, the Lord wants to reciprocate to everyone's devotion. Now it's up to us in which way we want to take. Because whatever we take, that is what we get. Whatever we aspire for, that is what we get. Hare Krishna. I think it's time. I'll stop here. There's so much to discuss. There's always a time factor. Anyone would like to add anything? And by the way, if I caused an inconvenience through my words, please excuse me. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please tell.
so Prabhuji, as you explained about building relationship with acharyas, and that way we can focus more on our bhakti path, and those materialistic thoughts and those will go away as much as we build relationship. So Prabhuji, just I have a request, like if we be able to build relationship as much as we hear about the acharyas, their lifestyle, their devotion, their dedication. So Prabhuji, if you can also discuss from Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrita, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur's contribution to this Brahma Madhava Gauriya Sampradaya, Prabhuji, that way we'll get more inspiration. When we'll know how they perform in this world, their journey. I think Prabhuji, that will also be very helpful if you can discuss about those pastimes, and from those pastimes you'll realize what are they and what they did for us. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, unless unless I come to the platform of soul, I wouldn't really understand what Krishna consciousness is, or Prabhupada's Krishna consciousness is. Cannot relish the process, or cannot appreciate the gurus, acharyas, who are selflessly giving this truth to progress, to know about Krishna consciousness, first of all, and then to improve. So always have to check whether I'm on the soul platform or the bodily platform in every situation. So thank you so very much for reminding every day to be on the soul platform. In the start of the class also, you mentioned about the bodily platform and the relationships on this bodily platform. Rather, we should be on the soul platform. Then that's when we understand the mercy of the spiritual masters through these messages. So I just want to share my realization. Thanks.
Actually, when we hear about our acharyas, as Bhaswati Mataji was mentioning, we definitely get the inspiration. But the only issue is when we don't feel that whatever they give us, so when we don't feel, when that pastime is not connected to our life, then the inspiration also will stay for some time and then they go away. But when we feel that yes, we belong to them, they are our whole soul proprietor, they are the life and soul for us. And when we see from that perspective, then definitely, we get a lot of inspiration. When we actually, every austerity which we perform, those are the austerities are done by our acharyas. They are the one who told us to get up in the morning. Our spiritual master, they are the one who, who tell us, let us be in this way, let us aspire for this state. Because we see the world is completely mixed with so much substance. But through that mixture, at every moment we remember our acharyas. Through that remembrance, what happens is a deeper relationship is established with them. And then through that relationship, we actually do devotion with ease. It's not a difficulty. It's not a difficulty to get up in the morning. Like, it's not a difficulty to do this, to do that. It's not a difficulty to surrender to the words of the Acharya. It becomes a joyful process. trying to stay or remain in the soul platform is not a difficult thing when we remember them. But the moment we forget them, it becomes difficult. Because the moment of forgetfulness, what gives us, it keeps us in the external energy. Srila Prabhupada, in his life, in his activities, he has shown again and again, personally, that this is the way, this is the way, this is the way, this is a process. And then he did it with ease. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he was not complaining to the Lord, oh, my dear Lord, it was difficult for me to remember you again and again. No. Through that relationship, it was intimate. Nobody was telling him to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He did it out of that relationship. He did it out of the relation, out of the devotion. So that's the natural science, which is very, very important. So this we need to understand more and more. And then the more we perceive the truth, and then when we see our life through the lives of the acharyas, then we make a lot of progress actually. Lot of progress. The process will not be a mere process to follow something, but the process will be a process to please our acharyas. Because our life will become for their pleasure. Then we see transformation in our heart. We simply stay for them. There's nothing else. That has to come. Hare Krishna. Then every pastime of the Acharya will be a revelation in our heart. Just like Srila Prabhupada says, thank you, my dear Lord. Now my entire family is against me. No one is with me. I was just thinking, where am I now? What am I doing? What will I do? No, you guide me. The spiritual master, you tell me what should I do now? What is he doing? It's completely depending. Completely depending for that mercy and the shelter. Was his life also. The moment we see that, we aspire for that. How? Just like a child who wants to repeat what the mother is doing. Mother is cooking in the kitchen. The child has mock kitchen in the hall. He's also making preparations. What is he doing? Just repeating. Just through the repetition, the acharyas are ready to give that mercy. Just then the mother will give the mercy. By how? By giving the actual preparation to the child so that he can continue doing that repetition. So likewise, our acharyas, they give us that. Our spiritual master, they give us that. And then through that, we continuously repeat it again and again. And we will also release that. That's how we say the mercy. It's a very beautiful science. Whoever is actually seeing that mercy, he will never leave the moment actually. Because he understands everything has been given to him. And through that, he has unlimited gratitude. Then all the qualities will manifest in his heart. There's no issue with that. Hare Krishna. Thank you for bringing that up, Vaswati Mataji. Shilpam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Having us every day.
Hare Krishna. I think it's too late for you guys. I'll stop it here. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai.